Ricardo.
Quiet, please.
So the way that I would strike a balance between direct action organizing and direct advocacy is by continuing to do the work that I've already been doing for the past 3 years on our campus. And so, as the AVP, I will continue to work to organize students to protest, because I think it's important. It's an important way for us to make our voice heard, and to make our voice heard to administrators, legislators, and other decision makers. And I will continue doing what I've done before, and that's to talk civilly with administrators on the needs on the concerns that students have, and I will make sure to bring students, workers, and faculty to the same table, because really it shouldn't be them respecting me. It should be them respecting all students, all workers, and all faculty on this campus, because the budget cuts affect all of us. And so I think we're actually asking the wrong question, and the question that I would like to really get students to think about is not how can the administration respect me as one student, but how can the administration respect all of us and all of the organizing that we're doing as students, because that's the real question. And so I'll just continue doing that. As a member of the AVP office for the last 3 years, I was one of the lead organizers for the voter registration campaign, where we registered over 10,000 students to vote on our campus. It was the second largest student-run voter registration drive in the entire nation. And so that's the kind of stuff that the administration should be respecting. So when students get together and we organize these kinds of campaigns, and when we get together in large numbers. Thank you.
Thank you. The order for the second question is Max, Ricardo, Rebecca, Abundant, Maria. Max, Ricardo, Rebecca, Abundant, Maria. Several recent reports attest to the fact that Berkeley remains a relatively unsafe place. Given concerns arising from the high number of property crimes and robberies, how would you go beyond what has already been done to ensure that Cal is a safer place? Given concerns arising from the high number of property crimes and robberies, how would you go beyond what has already been done to ensure that Cal is a safer place? We can just skip to the next person.
Wait, I'm still thinking. It's a really hard question. I'm going to answer that by saying I'm not qualified to answer that.
Thank you. Ricardo.
So obviously, it's been in the news that UC Berkeley is actually one of the least safe campuses, college campuses in the nation. And so I've actually been talking to City Council member Chris Worthington about this issue. And one of the things that he actually noticed was that a lot of these crimes are actually nonviolent crimes, so meaning that they're not actually instances where students are being attacked with a weapon or things like that. A lot of these things are actually preventable by actions that students can take themselves. And so the first way that we can really combat a lot of the crimes that have been happening on our campus is by educating students on what they can do to prevent these crimes, because you'd be surprised how many of these crimes actually occur because students don't lock their doors and because students don't walk with other people when they're coming home late. So I would work with the City Council to run a campaign to educate students, to make sure that they're locking their apartment doors, that they're walking with people when they come back home late at night. And that's the first step, because that's actually where we can make change, is changing the actions that we take as students in terms of safety. A lot of other EAVPs have run on platforms where it's, we're going to do these wild, crazy, we're going to have these wild programs, and really we need to start with what we can do as students. Thank you.
Thank you. Rebecca.
That's a really difficult question to answer. Obviously, I know that campus safety probably affects all of you. I think that Bear Walk is one of the few things that I used to use a lot, and I think that all students would benefit from increasing funding. I know that our budget is stressed right now, but I think that it's one of the few things that I would like to see more of on campus. I can tell you, though, what I wouldn't do is if I was walking with someone and a guy came up with a knife, I wouldn't scream, "Ah, my girlfriend has my wallet in her purse," and then run away. Isn't that right, Max Ebert?
I would like to rebut that.
I feel that the university is not ensuring enough student safety on and off campus. UC Berkeley is one of the most prestigious universities in the nation, and safety should be something that students shouldn't be worrying about. And I believe that some of the things we can do really is about community participation. I believe that ensuring safety should be the responsibility of every single student here at Cal. And what I want to do is to engage in a campaign that is called Leave Your Porch Lights On campaign, where I want to work with the city council to encourage people living in the residential areas to turn on their porch lights at night so that our streets will be more lit, giving students a peace of mind. And that can be done through working with the city to contribute CFL lights that are affordable and at the same time are environmental friendly. Because frankly speaking, wouldn't it be nice if we walk back home and having our streets well lit so that we don't have to worry around like what our surrounding is. And also, I want to work with UCPD to create a texting hotline where students can send instant messages to police officers whenever they feel unsafe or spot anything suspicious at night. Because the fact is, a lot of students are afraid of dialing 911 and talking to the police officers. They might be afraid of talking to the police officers, or they might be afraid of the bureaucracy that will come after that. So I strongly believe that really it's about everyone working together and really working together and really ensuring safety here at Cal. And this is how we're going to improve that. Thank you.
I would first actually like to look into the crimes themselves and who was targeted and the level of violence that was that happened. And it would not surprise me if the people targeted were minority students and women students, because I mean, with the number of minority students being so low here, they do feel targeted and they are at risk of being targeted. So I think, and with that, I think the solution to a safer Berkeley is not more police presence. I think the solution is empowering minority students and women students to fight for themselves and to unite and work together.
Thank you. That's all the questions for you. If you can give me a round of applause.